leadership type test on the Toastmasters website, and I got the result of authoritarian. Now some of you might ask, what is an authoritarian? Well, to explain, an authoritarian is someone who takes up a role or chooses to take a role because they know that they have more experience on a specific field and they have more experience than the people that they lead. On the flip side, however, an authoritarian is also a person who always struggles with having very high standards for the people that they lead. Now, prior to this, I did not have much thought about my leadership style. I did not have much thought about other people's leadership style. I did not have much thought about leadership styles in general. But after taking this test, I have taken a step back and reflect on my experiences, and I have realized that one particular experience had stood out for me. That was particularly when I had taken up the role as the head of publicity in my batch, my graduating batch, Gala Night in Knocked Science. See, when I was first approached to be the head of publicity, I didn't think much about it and I just took it on without much thought. Listen to myself speak now, it's sort of strange that I have taken up the role without thinking much about it. But after a few moments of deliberation with myself, I realized that maybe the reason why I was so comfortable with taking up the role of the head of publicity was because that I already had experience doing public relations related methods in my extracurricular projects prior to this current project. For example, I was the Vice President of Public Relations for 2 Gavel clubs and also handled public relations related matters in a charity that I cared for that specifically advocated for childhood cancer awareness. So, having had taken on so many roles with a similar work scope, I knew exactly what the head of publicity was meant to do. I knew what the job entails, and because I knew what the job entails, that means that I also knew my planning, my execution, and my result, and how those, and what methods could I use to make the project a success. I also knew what to look for in my teammates, to the point that I was willing to prioritize strategy over my friendships. When the idea of the Gala Night for my batch first came into light, the core team had agreed that we all had one aim. It was to create an event by ourselves, for ourselves. After all, we have rode one too many roller coaster rides that Knocked Science has given us for the past 6 years. Terrible stories that are long enough to save for another speech. As the head of publicity, I had one main goal to contribute to that aim. It was to create transparency between the organizing team and our entire batch from day one to event day. Now, just like past experiences, before I started acting on my role, I've always envisioned a clear picture of what I wanted at the end of the tunnel. I always knew exactly what I want, even in the most minute of details. And after I knew all that, I was willing to actively pursue and go all out and do whatever it takes in order for me to reach the goal that I pictured in my own head by myself. And because I had to have a team, I made sure that every single one of my teammates have exactly the same picture that I have in mind as well. So from social media management to organizing photo and video shoots to sourcing for merchandise, the team and I worked as hard as we could with every detail perfectly executed so that we could make the event as best as we could, so that we could reach our aim as best as we could. Now, as much as I am very goal-oriented and I'm very resilient in what I do, keep in mind that back then, 2 years ago, on top of A-levels, university applications, and life in general, I was working for 5 months together with a team of different but equally determined and opinionated people for this event to happen. And needless to say, with all of that mess jumbled up together, disagreements were not surprising. There were many times when my team members and I had different opinions and methods to go about a single task. For example, when I wanted to post something that was scheduled from before, I've always expected it to be uploaded exactly at the same time, simultaneously, on both Instagram and Twitter, and from time to time, WhatsApp too. If there was a 5-minute difference, or if my teammates had posted it 5 minutes late, I will already start to get anxious, and eventually it led to a lot of annoyance. If we don't do it on time, we won't reach a crowd target. If we don't do it on time, some people will not receive the message that we want to convey. If we don't do it on time, people will call us inconsistent and unprofessional. Now this right now might seem a little bit extreme, and to a certain point, a very exaggerated version of paranoia, being very paranoid. Let's be honest, in a wider social context, the event isn't that big anyways. It wasn't as if it was a star-studded event and 100 celebrities was to attend the event that we were planning for, right? But at that moment in itself, I felt that it was the right thing to do because my experience says so. I wanted to achieve all this without giving much thought to how my team members would have felt, or giving much thought about how my team members thought about my plans. I often brush aside the thought of being overbearing or overdramatic, always thinking, it's okay because every other leader is like this as well. Although my paranoid work style was very apparent, my team members gratefully through my strategic selection, have never been afraid to voice out their opinions, voice out their disapprovals, and even so, to a certain extent, they have taken my hand and showed me that simpler methods can actually work fine too. That there are alternative methods to my somewhat perfect plan. That with simpler methods, sometimes we can achieve exactly the same results that we wanted and even more. Over time, I've learned to take in feedback and listen to what my team members have to say. Eventually, the day of the Gala Night came, and in a blink of an eye, it was over. It was exactly the way that our core team had envisioned. It was the perfect closure to our 6 years that we've spent together. Looking back now, my experience has brought about an interesting realization of what it is like, what I am like as a person and what I am as a leader, and who I am as a leader. I realized how far I would go just to reach the goal that I want, to the point that I would put work before my own friendships, something that might have raised a few eyebrows in a tight-knit team of 7 teenagers. I've come to understand that the people that I work with in the past, in the present, and in the future will have differing opinions, but I have learned to really listen. Maybe their methods can work better than mine. Who knows? With that, thank you.